Hello, Pokemon Masters. Birdkeeper Toby here, and welcome back to Pokéthon. We are raising money all weekend for just for direct relief. There we go, get it right first time around. Welcome to the second section. How did section 1 go?
Perfectly.
Perfect.
Pretty good.
You're returning for section 2. Welcome to theory crafting, theory jam, as we're calling it. I'm a Pokemon theorist. That's what I do on YouTube. And joining me are some other wonderful Pokemon personalities. Let's go around. Let's start with who have people already seen today?
Let's go with Alex first.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. I'm Alex, or Aura Guardian, on YouTube. I do Pokemon stuff, and I'm here to judge theories.
To judge them harshly, hopefully.
I'm excited. I'm curious to see what people have to say.
What's your knowledge on Pokemon lore like?
I've done a couple theories on my channel, and I find it really interesting. Like, there are some theories that I think sound so believable that they have to be true.
Okay.
So I'm very curious. I feel like there aren't many new ones. Like, there aren't many new theories.
They're hard to come up with, yeah.
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 Because all the best ones have like already been established. But I am curious about Pokemon lore.
Okay.
Especially with the new games coming out.
Mm.
How things are changing.
There's a lot there. There's going to be a lot to talk about. All right, and then also joining us,
contest.
we have the lovely Glitch City. How you doing, Glitch? How is section 1 for you?
Hello. Very early, but fantastic.
It's late here in the UK. How was the taking photos of Pokemon's butts?
Hilarious.
Good.
I really enjoyed Blastoise butt.
And you got the best one? You best butt pick?
I think Raichu had the best butt, but the best butt pick was Blastoise, I think.
Great. Okay, and also we have the lovely, the wonderful True Green 7. Ron, how are you doing today, all right?
Good. I took pictures of butts. I'm good.
Good. We've also lost Alex very briefly. Not 100% sure what's going on there, but hopefully,
That happened.
hopefully he'll return soon. Alex
Alex is using Shadow Sneak.
we miss you using Shadow Sneak to get away.
Am I back?
Nearly.
You're back.
There I am.
Add to
Sorry
see.
about
There
that.
you go. You're back. You're back. No problem. Well, everyone, today we are raising money, of course, for Direct Relief. Direct Relief is an organization, a humanitarian aid organization that's active. You can tell I'm reading this off of an info sheet, but they are wonderful, and I've actually done stuff for them before. Active in all 50 states and in over 80 countries with a mission to improve the health and lives of people affected by poverty and emergencies without regard to their politics, religion, or economic status. They're great. They've been helping out the whole world throughout this pandemic, and that's who we're raising money for today. If you'd like to consider donating, I am sure there are donation links all over the place, and you can go to Poke.gives, where there are, I'm going to get this up now, at Poke.gives, you can see if you log in, and you head on over there, you can donate any amount. You can do it anonymously, or you can attach your name. We're going to be reading your donations. Today, you've already raised over $1,000, which is absolutely incredible. Thank you for your generosity, everyone. And you can create, you can catch Pokemon using it. You can create your own profile. I've got some sprucing up of mine to do before next time. And there are even things that you can buy for your character. And again, all the money goes towards the Just Giving. And there are even prize pools where you can win stuff. So do consider, if you've got something to give, heading over to Poke.gives and giving towards Direct Relief. Right. I think I'm just going to check to see if we've had any donations. I'm going to refresh there. We are... Welcome to Theory Jam, everyone. So, without further ado, we're going to be doing 3 segments, is how I've decided to break up this next hour. The first segment, just to give people an overview of what we're doing, is called Lore or Lie. And we've got our little image of Lorelei of the Elite Four. And I'm going to go around one by one, and this is my test for you to see what your lore knowledge is like. I'm going to give you a bit of Pokemon trivia one by one, and I'm going to ask you, in a fact and fiction style, do you think it's a bit of Pokemon lore or a lie? Am I making it up?
Expose some of us.
I encourage the chat to play along. However, when we get to about halfway through, if you've been donating to Just Giving, do consider leaving your theories as a donation messages, because we will be doing viewer theories. We will be going through them and discussing them one by one, their validity. Do we think they're reasonable or not? And that'll be more of a free-flowing conversation type segment. And then for the last 10 minutes, we've got my favorite section, Who's the Daddy? Where, if you donate at least, I'm going to say, let's say $20 towards the Just Giving, leave us a name for someone that you believe could be Ash Ketchum's father. And we will quickly discuss through how likely we think that is. But how's everyone feeling? Are we ready for some lore or lie?
Ready?
Yes.
Feeling good? All right, I've got some lore in front of me, and again, chat, do play along, and I think I have some lovely help as well, reading out donations as they come through, so just feel free to interrupt me. Although, we are actually starting Glitch with you. So I'm going to go to Glitch first, and then, right, okay. So, according to Burnett's Pokédex entry, a cursed energy permeated the stuffing of a discarded and forgotten plush doll, giving it new life as the Pokemon Burnett. Now, in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Phoebe of the Elite Four uses a Burnett, and when you first enter her Elite Four chamber, you can see for just a few frames what appears to be the ghost of a young girl holding a Pokemon doll before the battle starts. The question is that lore? Did that happen? Or is it a lie and am I making it up?
I feel like you targeted me specifically just because of my views toward Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and I don't appreciate being attacked this early in the morning. Oh, I vaguely remember Phoebe's lair being a little sketch. I want to say yes, that is lore.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone think differently?
No, I think this is lore. We did a video about it.
Well, there you go. Cat's out of the
I
bag.
collabed on this.
Cat's out of the
I
bag.
remember there being a little girl. I can't remember holding any Pokemon.
She is. She's actually the 3D model is holding a Pikachu doll. But yes, there is a ghost girl in there. In fact, the video that we did, Ron, of course, is that the girl appears to be at two different angles because the camera kind of moves in a weird way. And Phoebe has two Burnett's. Whether it's actually related to the Burnett's, it's questionable, but that is 1 point for you. Absolutely, it is Pokemon lore. I saw someone say lie in the chat. You got it wrong, Carlos. Right,
I have a
Ron.
question though.
Yes.
The girls, the models, are they holding dolls?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, they're holding little
I think-
Pikachu dolls.
Is it just a regular doll or is it like a Pokemon doll?
It's a Pikachu.
Pikachu
It's a Pikachu doll they're holding.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's creepy. Is that like
Yeah.
a hint towards Mimikyu?
Could
Ooh,
it
that
be?
could have been.
I think. Did I do that video?
Literally.
Thank you so much. We've just had, by the way, a $17 donation from Stealthblade and a $10 donation from The Last Shaman. Good luck, you guys, and excited to return for Pokéthon. Have to see all that happens this weekend. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. And you caught a Lurantis and a School Bunny. Nice. I'm going to mark those as red. Okay. Ron, I'm going to move over to you next.
What?
In the Sinnoh region, there are many myths and legends. There's myths that can be found in books all over the place, and specifically in Veilstone City, there is a myth about a man who slays Pokemon with a sword and discards their bodies indiscriminately before ultimately killing every Pokemon almost in the region. Is this lore? Or is this lie?
Ooh.
Well, first, I don't remember any lore in Veilstone, although... Are there like meteor holes?
Oh, Ron?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pause you. I'm gonna have
Give
to
him
pause
time to think.
Everybody here, we just got a huge $501 donation from the one and only Purple Cliff. Get ratioed by Pokemon 7. Oh, okay, and you got us all shit. Congratulations.
Yo, thank you, Purple Cliff. That's huge.
Huge.
Huge,
Really
thank
quick,
you.
Toby,
He's already the
if
MVP
you didn't hear
now?
donation sounds, make sure for the bottom bar,
Yes.
right-click it and do capture audio via OBS.
Where do I do that?
Okay. Right-click the bottom bar properties.
Properties. Control audio via OBS. Got it. Got it. Those should come through now. Sorry about that. I thought there was something missing. Thank you very
That's all right.
much, Abra.
Yeah, no, we've got some other awesome donations. Let's read them out.
Ooh. Do we? Where? Ooh.
Let's see.
Well, let's see it. I'm refreshing. Oh, there it goes. Yo, hold up. Yo, PD Winnell, big fan. Oh my god.
Hey, dude.
We got a $100 dono from the one and only PD Winnell, big fan. Miss your face. Much love to you. All keep up the good work. And you caught a Tapu Koko. Congratulations. on the capture.
Thank you. Thank you, PD Whittle. Wonderful YouTuber, good friend. And also, don't forget, by the way, if you are donating, feel free to drop a name for the later segment, Who's the Daddy, or your Pokemon theories for us to discuss after this. We've actually just had one more coming in from the wonderful Little Shelder. Hi, Schmub. They've caught a Dusclops and $20 was just giving. That's great. I tell you what, we got to $1,000. You got there before this segment, so let's try and jump that. We're on the way to 2,000. I think we can double up. Ron, you've had enough time to think.
I wasn't thinking.
You've had enough time to think.
Well, that piece of lore had nothing to do with Pokemon, though, so I'm gonna say lie.
Okay, can I just say that? Okay, so that's Ron's answer, right? He can't change his.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
But he knows more about Gen 4.
There is definitely a story about someone who slays Pokemon, but is it in Veilstone? It's either in Veilstone or Canalave. It's one of the two, and I feel like it might be a trick question, but that's just my.
The first point I said was Veilstone doesn't seem like.
For round one, I thought I'd be very, very kind. No trick questions. There is a myth called the Veilstone myth, in which a young person goes out with their sword and slays Pokemon until they vanquish all of the Pokemon of the region, and a mysterious other Pokemon appears and says, "Hey, stop slaying us!" And then they're like, "Oh, this is bad. Whoops." They just get on with it. Kind of a weird one. But yeah, that is actually Pokemon lore, so that is 0 points so far for you, Ron. Okay. The Aura Guardian, I got this one specifically for you, Alex.
Are you just giving us like questions from regions we're not familiar with?
Yeah, like Gen 4 is my least...
Well, I mean, I actually don't know that. But, I mean, hopefully. But no, I'm giving you this one's very specific because I'm giving you one about Lucario. I'm giving you one about Lucario, so here we go. We're going to make it easy. It is a bit.
Before we hop into the question, we just got a $12.10 donation from the one and only Dirt. Big fan, Dirt. I got a jar of dirt. Oops, and they caught a Duskull. Perfect. Very nice. Congratulations on the Duskull, and once again, thank you for the donation.
I noticed the audio didn't come through, so I'm sure Abra's wonderful voice will pop in to correct me if something's gone wrong there. Probably my horrible audio setup. So, Alex, Lucario is a Pokemon everyone loves. That's not the question. That's not the thing. It's known for its abilities involving auras, and aura is described as being the essence of every living creature in the Lucario movie. And Lucario's aura grows stronger, according to its Pokedex, after it Mega Evolves. In Pokemon X and Y, we actually learned that Lucario was the first Pokemon to evolve via a Mega Stone. And in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, in the Sea Marvel, it is finally revealed by some notes that you can find there that Infinity Energy and aura is the same thing. Is that lore? Or is that a lie?
Well, most of what you said is true, I think.
Am I making that up? It's the life essence of every living thing is how it's described in the movie. And then, of course, in the games, we know Infinity Energy is the life force of Pokemon. And it's finally confirmed.
I know that aura in Pokemon is basically the force from Star Wars.
Yes.
Or Chakra.
And then people like Aaron and Riley are basically Jedis.
Sure.
Yes, lore.
It's a lie. There's a very popular theory. There's a very popular theory that aura and infinity energy are one and the same thing. It's like...
Yeah, but here's the thing. Aura can be for humans too. Infinity energy is just for Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Ooh.
Oh, if you said that part, then I would have got it right.
Well, I didn't say it. So far in the lead, we have Glitch. You have 1 point. Guys, you gotta pick it up. Pick it up. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I've got another question for each of you, and then depending on how we get through them, I've got another one after that. So, Glitch.
What's up?
In Pokemon Legends Arceus, by the way, chat, make sure you're playing along. I'm seeing you all in the chat.
I watched the trailer once.
In Pokemon Legends Arceus, we actually, it's very discreet, and this is true, we see a new form of Wurmple. We see a form of Wurmple that has an additional horn at the back of its head. It's really, really cool. But did you know this form of Wurmple with the additional horn has also appeared in the anime as well? Is that lore?
What? I want to say that's lore. Because
you're like sure about it.
Because I forgot what game. It was already in another game, briefly on a back sprite, if you turn the model around. So I want to say it also appeared in the Hoenn anime for the 6th season when I believe it was like May Jesse trying to catch Wurmples. I want to say that's lore.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It absolutely is. I was sent this by a viewer the other day. I didn't know it was in the Pokedex. In a previous Pokedex had this horn alteration, but a viewer messaged me the other day to say, hey, that new form of Wurmple isn't new. It was in the anime. It was actually, the screenshot they gave me was in season 11, and it was to do with Jessie, some kind of crossing path. I think the episode's called Crossing Paths. Something to do with her Wurmple. But what's weird about it is it appears in one shot, and then the next shot, the horn's gone. But there you go.
Yeah.
2 points. 2 points. Okay, well, I've only got 3 questions per person, so you gotta get these right if we're gonna take on Glitch. Ron.
Before we hop on to the next question, my apologies. We got another $5 dono from the one and only Hawk. My psychic powers tells me I'm catching a Togedemaru, and unfortunately, your psychic powers are a little off. You caught a Pansage. But thank you for the $5 dono.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Hawk. And chat, I saw all of you being like, lie, it's a lie, it's not true. But Glitch knows. Glitch knows. I see V in the chat being like, lie, no. Okay, and okay, we have Ron. Professor Burnett is a scientist who studies Pokemon from alternate dimensions. And before her appearance in Pokemon Sun and Moon as Kukui's wife, she's also the professor in charge of the Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire box game. Is that lore? Or is that lie?
No, she's in charge of the Dream Radar.
Was that too easy? Does anyone... That's correct. Yeah, I was trying to throw you off. You're going to be like, oh, I know what the question is before it's asked. Of course she's in charge of this other game. But yes, it's not Ruby and Sapphire box. That is a different... That's, is that... BB, or is that's in Hoenn, I think?
Yeah, no, the baby is Gen 4, I think.
Right.
Box is, what's her name?
Wait, no, ooh.
Box is the lady who does Pokemon Bank. No,
Home Bank, yeah.
Yeah, Home is Grand Oak, but
yeah.
There you go, that was a quick one. Yeah, but Burnett appears in the Dream Radar game, which, by the way, if you've never played it before, download it. It's really fun. It's really good.
Burnett is underrated character.
Yeah.
100%. She is such a just god tier NPC across the board. Read the manga. Please read the Pokemon Sun and Moon manga.
Do you know what? I knew you were good at the manga, so I've specifically avoided giving you manga questions. Actually, no, I hadn't. I had given you a manga question, but I'm going to give it now to Alex instead. Because otherwise you'll get it too easily. So, Alex, in the manga, after firing the ultimate weapon, Lysander's body begins to die and decay. So he is given a special armor to keep himself alive, and he becomes a new character known as Ghoulie Hideout, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is that lore, or am I just making stuff up?
What? What's his name?
Ghoulie Hideout, I believe, is the name. I don't know. I'm going to admit I haven't read the manga. I just know about this stuff. The question is, lore or lie?
Okay, I've got to work out whether someone who worked on the manga thought of this or Toby
has just made it up. Chat, what do you think? Lore or lie? Here she goes.
Is that something Toby would think of?
I want to know. I really want to know, Glitch, afterwards before I reveal the answer.
Oh, okay.
What do you think, Alex?
Okay,
a suit of armor to keep himself alive after firing the ultimate weapon.
Purely based on the name Ghoulie Hideout, which I don't know.
Glitch.
Do you want to DM me? Do you want to? No. I don't know. Yes, I guess.
You were saying lore.
Yeah.
Glitch, how do you feel about that?
You know what's funny? I don't really recall it.
Well, that's because it's a lie. That's because it never happened to Lysander. It actually happened, weirdly enough, to Archie. Archie and Maxie, after the events of Ruby Sapphire, got into this battle that almost killed them, and only one of them could survive, and they had to fight for this suit. And Archie won and became Ghoulie Hideout, if I'm pronouncing that right.
So I was right that you didn't think of the name Ghoulie Hideout.
But yes, no, I didn't make that up. I am possibly pronouncing it wrong. We've also had a 100 huge donation from Fantastic. Fantastic.
Ooh.
Thank you so much. Great name. Love to everyone. And you caught a Primarina. Thank you for the $100 towards direct relief. We are so close to that $2,000 mark. And in the first segment of today, they got to 1,000. So let's get to 2,000. Let's do it. Let's keep it 1,000 a session. Really cool. We've got plenty of times. Also, don't forget with your donations, you feel free to contribute any theory ideas you've had or just topics that you'd love for us to discuss in the more free-flowing part of this discussion. Or anyone that you might think could be Ash Ketchum's father, and we'll discuss that as well. Okay, so at the end of that round, Glitch, you are ahead with 2 points. Ron, you have a single point, and Alex, I'm so sorry. You have no points currently. I'm sort of feel like I'm trolling you a little bit. I'm gonna give Glitch one of the question that I would have asked you. So let's go with Glitch.
All right.
In Pokemon Black and White 2, we learned that Alder's grandson, Benga, a master of the dragon type, intends to one day become a gym leader under his PokeStar Studio stage name, Ryuki. And then in Sun and Moon, he appears as a challenger to your place as a champion in the post-game of Sun and Moon. Is that lore? Or is that a lie?
In place of the champion in Sun and Moon.
So you know how the end of Sun and Moon you become the champion, and then you can do the returning challenges.
Actually, no, because I didn't do post game in Sun and Moon.
So.
Oof.
Gosh.
I think he appears in the battle tree, but it sounds so far-fetched. But because it sounds so far-fetched, and I didn't do the post game of Sun and Moon, I'm just gonna take.
Do you know who Ryuki is?
I know who he is.
That's you said Alder's grandson, right? The thing is, you said Alder's grandson, and my like the image that pops up is, what is his name? Bucky or Buck from Sin?
Oh yeah, I can understand that.
That sounds so far-fetched.
Well, the chat is saying majority seem to be leaning towards law. One person said lie. Ooh.
Oh, these are the.
No, well, you
guys that
can't
play
ask
Sun and
the
Moon.
chats.
You can't tell her what the chat's saying.
I'm just saying what the chat's saying. I'm not.
You basically just gave her an ask the audience option. Do we get ask the audience option as well?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We need your answer. We gotta move on.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go against chat and say it's a lie.
It is a lie. Congratulations.
Oh.
So Ryuki does show up in the post game as a challenger, and Benga is Alder's grandson, and they are both dragon experts. But there is nothing indicating that they're related, and yet I managed to make an 8-minute video out of it twice over. But alas, no, they are unrelated. It is lie. I have made it up. Glitch, that's 3 for 3. Congratulations. But Ron,
She was gonna say lore. She was gonna.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're ruining the integrity of the game. Well, Ron, okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Yes, you can absolutely have asked the chat. So, Ron, while we don't know much about the ages of various characters like Professor Rowan or Cynthia, we do know for a fact that Cyrus is 27 years old.
Same age as me. What the hell?
Yeah, look what he was accomplishing at this point. What do you think, Ron?
Oh, that's it.
That's it. Is it lore or
Let me
lie?
make sure it wasn't like 28 or 26. 27 sounds right. Oh,
While you're
no,
thinking
20
about it, Abra, thank you for the $3 donation. You caught a Pearlion and cupcakes. I love the cause. I'm just here to ask, what Pokemon would you all want to eat? I'm going to write that down for after. We'll talk about that in a
I mean
moment.
Purloin.
Purloin, that's the one.
Eat? Did you just say that?
Here's the thing. I know the answer.
I know the answer too, but I thought it was 27, so I'm gonna say 27. Just saying.
Yes, it's correct. It's law. It's law. It's law. It's absolutely law. Ron, you've got to. Alex, it's not possible for you to catch up. You will be in third place, but I will ask you anyway. And this is like, I think this is a really easy one. I think you're going to get this. Absolutely. For sure. So,
Right.
in the Kalos games, which I realize all of these have been Kalos focused for you, I'm so sorry. Wielding the evolution Sylveon, the gym leader Valerie is actually from the Johto region and is a kimono girl. Lore or lie?
There is definitely. Okay, I could go off maths and statistics and say that both my answers previously have been lie, so this is most likely to be law.
Oh.
But
Would I think that much through?
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
She's kind of dressed like one. No, I don't think so though. Oh god.
You can ask the chat. You can ask the chat.
Why? What did the chat say?
They're very divided. So lots of people saying big law. I think it's law. Someone says it's half law. We'll talk about that. But let's see.
Half law. Is this another trick question? Is this like?
I don't think it's a trick question at all. I think I know
the
exactly what the
fan.
answer. I think it's
She
a
was
very
in the-
factual
was in
answer.
the crowd or
But lots of people saying lie. Lots of people saying law. What do you think?
Lie.
No, it's Law. She's from Johto.
Oh my
She
God.
wears a kimono.
Oh,
She uses an evolution. I don't know if the word Johto is ever outright said. I think it is though. But the in her gym, she's known as the gym leader from a land with a lot of history. And Equity City is the description on the sign is a land with a lot of history. She's an evolution user, and all of the people in her gym are kimono girls, or Furisode girls as they're called in Kalos. But yes, she's absolutely meant to be.
I should have just gone with the statistics.
So, at the end of that round, we have Aura Guardian. You are the guardian of no law.
But Toby, she's
See.
definitely not like explicitly a kimono girl, as in like the group, the Kimono Girls.
No, but she's from the
She's like
Johto.
the trainer
She
class.
kind. I mean, she kind of
She was a
is.
kimono girl.
She
You
kind of
said she
is.
was one
She
of the
kind of
girls
it. She
in
is
the-
though. I mean, she is. She wears a kimono and she uses an evolution and she's from Equity City. She's a kimono girl. Come on, let's not mess around with this.
I would
She was
say
just a
before she became a
fangirl.
gym leader.
All right. Do you know what, Aura Guardian? You've got half a point. Congratulations. You're still
At
in
least
third
I have more points than Toby.
place.
so-
That's fair. I have no points. We've got Ron with 2 points and Glitch. Congratulations, you win. Lorelei with 3 points.
And she has a dragon there. Oh wait, that's a Claire. Not
That's a different trainer.
Woo! We are now going to move on. Sorry,
I feel
go
like
on.
you should have
Pretty
lost a point just for that.
We also got another donation from Air Horns with $4.20 memes, and they caught a Carkol, which is a very underrated Pokemon in my opinion. Thank
Agree.
you so much for that donation.
Agree very much. Good Pokemon. Right. We're going to move on to a section now called Viewer Theories. Well, for the next 20 minutes, I just thought we would talk about theories, viewer theories. If anyone has anything in the chat, if you want us to prioritize your theories, you can put it with a donation towards direct relief. But we're actually only $150 away from $2,000. That's absolutely incredible. Head on over to Poke.gives to give towards direct relief. However, we did have one thing that was asked, which is, and I guess this is a good springboard starting point. What Pokemon would you eat was the question. Does anyone want to start off on this? And tie this into the world of lore.
I'll take a Clauncher, like a batch of Clauncher.
The answer is probably Torchic, man.
I was thinking Torchic as well.
It's so cute, you can't.
Yeah, but usually, yeah, but
All the
usually
Pokemon are
cute
cute. animals
are usually the tastiest. So going by that logic.
I think there is a Pokemon that you think would taste good,
Yeah,
like
it's one of the
Haunter.
crabs.
Yeah.
It's one of the crabs. I think
No,
it's
but I'm
Corphish.
saying, like, what? Yeah, I think it's Corphish. It doesn't
Yeah.
taste good. So, like,
It's one of the crabs
Yeah.
you
that
could be risking it.
that is apparently not supposed to be very
Eaten.
delightful.
Would
at all.
you? Could you eat the apple or you can eat the leech of a Farfetch'd without obviously upsetting
Yeah.
the Farfetch'd, right? Can you eat the apple of a Applin without?
I would say
You're
yes,
supposed.
but you should be wary because you don't know where the worm, because the Pokemon of Applin is the worm, not the apple. It just comes with the apple. I
Oh,
would
that
be
looks
careful with
safe.
eating it though, because
Is that kind of like the Flababy's flower is just a flower? Not,
Yeah.
I'm not saying eat flower, but
I mean, you could. We've had a donation from the wonderful Abra, and very fittingly, Abra has put, you know Kadabra's Dex entry? One day a kid turned into a Kadabra. What if that's just a Kadabra just telepathically learned of a kid running away from home and took the opportunity for free food and housing?
Oh my god.
that's not a fun fact at all. You gotta show
Fun.
us.
That's
You can eat
dark,
around it.
Abra.
It's definitely
That's-
like possible.
Yeah.
You think
Why? What do you mean free food? And like they're gonna treat it like a Pokemon. They're not gonna house him. No parent is.
Well, no, I like the idea that this
gonna-
Kadabra was so convincing that they open the room. Jimmy, Kadabra, and it's just like, hang on, but
How
you're.
did it communicate that it was a kid? Did it like?
Yeah, this
learn
is
to
it.
write?
Well,
That's
does
so
that
weird
imply
and creepy. So if
It
you
could
catch a Kadabra, you caught a kid.
who?
I did a video on this recently, if I might indulge. I did a video on this recently. So you know how like when you do trade evolution, so there's the trade evolution theory, which is that like, so Graveler has 4 arms, and you have to trade it to evolve it into a golem. And Machoke has the reptilian head, but only has 2 arms, but when you trade it to evolve it, it gets another pair of arms, and it becomes more rocky in its body. And so the idea is that in Generation 1, the intention was you're trading a Graveler for a Machoke, you swap them over, and they take traits from each other. Golem gets the reptilian heads. And then Machamp gets the 4 arms. Well, then similarly, the other trade evolutions in Generation 1 are Gengar, like Haunter into Gengar, and Kadabra into Alakazam. And Haunter, so Gengar's Pokedex entry talks about how it used to be a human, and Kadabra has Pokedex entries talking about how it used to be a human. And so the idea is the trait that the Gengar line is acquiring from Kadabra is the humanness. And that's how you can have like different origin stories for Gengar and Haunter.
That's why Gengar is like standing on 2 legs.
Yeah.
For example.
And like
And even further with that
Yeah.
theory is that also that Pokemon, when they're being traded, they want to quickly evolve into a more desirable version of themselves, so they don't, so like their trainer would love them, and that is why they acquire
adopt those traits.
traits.
That's
of
a
the
really
other
cool
Pokemon.
idea.
That's very wild and creepy.
That's
It's
cool.
sad.
And kind of
That's
dark.
cool. Are there? What about the other trade evolutions from the other generations?
So it
I feel like
doesn't. It only lines up with Excavalier and Acelgor and Shelmet,
Yeah.
and that's like the obvious throwback.
Yeah.
Conkeldurr and Gigalith don't really share anything.
Are those the only trade evolutions?
Well, it probably acquires a rock and becomes
From
Yeah.
from Gigalith. But
Yeah.
then, okay, but then what does
They trade
Gigalith
the
get?
concrete.
What does Gigalith get from a girder? A G
Well,
on his
More
name.
armor, maybe?
muscle.
Muscle armor, because like obviously Gigalith is, Gigalith, and
Okay.
Girder, or I'm sorry, Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr has the 2
Pillars. yeah.
concrete stones. Yeah.
maybe Gigalith is made out of. What is the thing that Gerda is holding?
A girder.
Oh, iron? like a girder?
An
Yeah,
iron
girder.
beam or something?
A girder. That is
Like a
literally what
steel
it is.
beam, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Steel beam.
Yeah, a
If
girder.
Gigalith was steel type, then maybe it'd be plausible.
Yeah.
It could be like way harder than a boulder.
I mean, obviously,
That is true.
Gigalith and Conkeldurr are the Gen 5 soft rebooted Machamp and Golem anyway. Like that's what their lines
Yeah.
are. You know, like how in
Reuniqueless
Gen.
isn't a trait evolution, right?
Huh?
Reuniqueless. That's not.
No, it's not. No, it's
I
not.
was thinking really.
The other trade evolutions are Pumpkaboo and Phantom, which are already relatively similar anyway. So
They're both the exact
Yeah.
same typings.
possibly they
Yeah.
trade something. And then in the current gen, we have who do we have in this generation that's trade evolution?
For trade evolution?
I'm sure there's someone.
Hatterene. Wait, no, that's not trait.
No. Surfetch is not trade. Surfetch is weird
No,
though, to
Starfish
evolve
is
it.
3 crits in a row or something. 3 crits
Yeah.
in the same battle.
By the way, to those of you in the chat, I am taking note of the theories that I'm seeing and the good ones, and I'm like copying, and we'll start talking about them again. But if you really want us to talk about your theories, do consider donating with direct relief. You do Pokédot gives, and then you can put your theory in the message box, and we'll read through it for sure if you do that. I guess there
Now,
is,
Aromatisse and
none.
Slurpuff, they evolve with a specific item that
Yeah.
turns them.
and
Yeah,
that's different because the idea is the item is infusing Metal Coat with Steelix, Metal Coat with Scizor, King's Rock with Politoed and Slowking. So that's slightly different, yeah. But there you go.
Is there not a trade evolution for Gen 8?
Apparently not.
I don't think
wow.
so. I think that's all of them.
Wow.
Other than just trades with items. Okay, so we got a theory here that came in the chat. Theory: the reason 10-year-olds go on Pokemon journeys are because kids are taught to be independent as early as kindergarten. Going on a journey is also a rite of passage Adults love, which is why they're so willing to help random trainers.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I feel like the culture in Japan is kind of based off of that, because you want to be like a productive member of society, and that kind of goes into the Pokemon games, because be like, hey, you're 10 years old now, you can make all these choices and learn right from wrong in the real world.
It's a good
It's very
reason
scary.
why like Unova, the trainers are a little bit older than the previous
Older, yeah.
generation, because in like America you don't do that. But like
Right.
Yeah.
it's not like
Just
it's not that different.
Same in X and Y, because it's based off of France in general, and you're older, so you have a little bit more big boy, big girl responsibilities and more challenges. It's a little bit more mature.
and in general, the characters just don't act like 10-year-olds, especially in the anime.
Yeah.
They've matured a bit more.
I have always thought that, sorry, I'm noting down another theory. I've always thought that when it comes to like kids going off on Pokemon adventures and what's the deal with it, there is obviously all the Pokemon War stuff, but Pokemon in the history of the Pokemon world have been used for fighting and for wars, and they're like, clearly we see in Legends Arceus they're thought of as very scary creatures, and they're the weapons of the Pokemon world. This is why the Pokemon world doesn't really have guns and swords and things so much, apart from the random one from the Veilstone, and the one Zacian has. Other than that, there aren't really weapons, because Pokemon are the weapons, and so by having every citizen carry one, or a group of 6, and having the Pokemon League as the ultimate authority, and having free healthcare for your Pokemon, effectively what is happening is it's a world of mutually assured destruction, where all of the trainers, if they ever go to another Pokemon War, no one would want that, because every 10-year-old has an arsenal of like level 100 super creatures, and so at this point, let's just all live in peace, I think is the maybe how the Pokemon world works.
I think that makes sense.
It's also
makes sense.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. No, like it makes sense, but obviously you have the bad actors that want to take advantage of the policies that is in place for the Pokemon World Society.
Yeah, Team Rocket.
How old are the protagonists in Sword and Shield?
Like 12,
Definitely
13.
I want to say they're like mid-teenager.
Yeah.
I think like 13 in my
And it's
opinion.
based on Britain, so yeah, that makes sense.
What is considered an adult in Great Britain? What age?
I'm 18.
18?
Yeah.
18, although some things would be 16, but yeah, mainly 18.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to say they're under 16, but older than 10.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The other idea about having kids running around with super weapon Pokemon is that the organizations that seem to run everything in the shadows, whether that's Team Rocket or Silphco or Devon or the Aether Foundation, all of them have knowledge of super legendary Pokemon and interdimensional travel and ultra beasts and things of that nature, and they're all exploring that. And so the other thought, the less grim thought about like, okay, all of these nations are trying to be mutually assured in their destruction, is actually that they've all got a common enemy, which is ultra beasts and interdimensional Pokemon that could come down and threaten to destroy. I mean, Guzzlord in itself is a huge issue. It's a universe destroyer, but if you've got a kid that can simply catch it, no problem. We've just had a donation from the lovely Time Sorcerer that says, for $6.74, that says, since so many Pokédex entries involve humans turning into Pokemon, do we think perhaps something similar happened to each of the protagonists in Mystery Dungeon games, and which entry would be the most plausible? And they call it Shellos.
Ooh, we got a multiverse controversy.
I mean, multiverse is pretty much confirmed
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, I Choose You is basically, it's
I
basically
think-
confirmed there's the multiverse, because Ash is
Got a different
this is
origin.
basically a universe
Yeah.
where Misty and Brock might not exist, or if they do, it's a completely different version of them.
Yeah. And even Sun and Moon, not
Matsuda-san
so
in
much
an
Moon.
interview. Yeah. I think Matsuda-san in an interview like a while ago said we shouldn't worry too much about the timelines. So there's no coherent timeline for Pokemon. But if you read the manga, there kind of is.
And if you watch my videos, I've done so many hours on timelines, and yeah, I mean, it's a big Marvel What If style multiverse.
Pokemon needs to do just do a Spider-Verse film where it's the Pokeverse, where there are multiple versions of Red.
Like 3 reds, 2 ashes. Yeah. Leaf / green / blue in Japan all come together, and they're like ready to go. They're all the heroes of palette that come together to do that. Yeah. What was that? That was the Mystery Dungeon. Have you guys played Mystery Dungeon? I actually haven't played it much.
Yes.
Definitely.
I played the first one, Blue, and then the second one, which was Darkness, Time, and Sky. And then I tried to play Super Mystery Dungeon, but didn't get very far.
Sure. Is that...
When he started to Gates to Infinity?
And then I... what's that? And then I played the remake of Blue Team. DX.
Oh, Mystery Dungeon DX? Yeah.
Are there nods in the Mystery Dungeon series to, like, the main series or anything like that? Or any of the characters who are like... I've heard of Pallet Town and all the other Pokemon. What the heck is a Pallet Town? Is there anything like that?
Not necessarily. They do hint towards like traits of Pokemon that you will see personified in the actual game. But that's as that's as most as you get.
Okay. Has anyone in the chat got any more theories? We actually have one that someone gave, which is Zoroark was foreshadowed in Generation 3. Through the Mirage Island. This was further proved when the Dex Nav can be used in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire to locate Zoruas in the early routes, which brings further suggestion that the Illusion Fox Pokemon could have even been native to Hoenn. Interesting idea. What do you think?
Well, what's interesting is you can find Why Not on Mirage Island, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the only thing that I can piece together is just the fact that Zoroark is this important Pokemon in Unova, but it's based on Japanese lore. I mean, a lot of them are like the Kami trio, the genies, and like, but it's just weird that like Zoroark was just like basically a 9-tailed fox, or like a fox demon in Japanese lore, but in Unova. So,
Hang on. You're
so
saying
it makes sense for it to be Hoenn.
You're saying that Ruby and Sapphire predicted Zoroark?
I think the person in the chat is saying that it was a sort of foreshadowing, which I'm not sure there's enough there for me to be convinced.
I think it's way too vague. It's like Mirage, Zoroark.
Do we ever see Mirage and Zoroark in the same sentence?
I feel like it's possible that they looked at Mirage Island and thought it'd be great if there was a Pokemon who could create mirages when you throw them out. But that's about it. I don't think it foreshadowed.
I mean, the only thing I could think of, and this is like kind of going out of the way, so originally in Hoenn, Zoroark was in Hoenn, but it took the presence of another Pokemon. And my guess is that what Pokemon is similar to Zoroark that people might have mistaken it for a Hoenn Pokemon? It's far-fetched, but that's
where you'd want to go looking, is where you want to go through the Pokedex and be like, okay, I mean, is it possible that Zorua is hiding out as Wynut on Mirage Island, and that all those Wynuts aren't actually Wynuts? Then you gotta find some link between Wynut and Zorua.
Well, Wynut really is kind of like Wobbuffet in general, like a mirage Pokemon, a Pokemon that is not what it seems to be, I guess. So, I think it. No, I don't think Zora.
Well, okay.
Is there.
Okay. Everyone, we have about 15 minutes left of Theory Jam. So we want to know your Pokemon theories, and you can let us know either in the chat if you've got a suggestion for a theory or a talking point, or drop it along with a donation, and we'll be guaranteed to read it. As well as that, after viewer theories, we're doing a quick fire segment called Who's the Daddy, where we're going to run through all of the candidates for who exactly is Ash Ketchum's father. And if you want to suggest a candidate, not Mr. Mime, not Giovanni, we know about those, you want to suggest like Meowth, then let us know and join it up with a donation. Let us know with a donation. We won't talk about it until that donation comes in with the name. And that is a donation, of course, to Direct Relief. That is to Direct Relief. You can give at pokey.gives.
Person transformed into Meowth, that's why he talks.
That's why he talks! Ash's dad turned into Meowth and follows him around and stops Team Rocket from hurting him. See? You've just done it. You just cracked it right here on the thing.
Yeah, we don't even do that segment involved.
We don't even need to do that anymore. We figured it out. This used to be more of a headcanon, says Time Sorcerer, and less of a theory. But I think that there used to be more people like N who could hear the voices of Pokemon and functioned more like rangers, but the trait sort of faded over time, and that's why Pokeballs are required. Interesting. People used to be more connected to Pokemon.
Here's the thing, we'll find out in Legends of Arceus.
Yeah.
But I do agree with that.
But there's the Vale,
Yeah,
there's the Sinnoh mythology in Canon Life that suggests that people and Pokemon used to be close, and that's like ancient history. However, in the history of Legends Arceus, which actually doesn't seem to be that long ago, it talks about how this is a time when people and Pokemon existed and lived separate lives. So clearly something has happened. It used to be the case that long ago people and Pokemon lived harmoniously, and now they don't. So perhaps that is the case. Perhaps there were more people like N who... although, of course, the big theory is that N's a Zoroark. You've all heard this theory?
Yeah.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah. His ace is a Zoroark, and there's I think it's the flashback scene in Black and White 2, where the memory links, and you see the memory of a you see the memory of N through a Zoroark, and it's like, well, hang on, how would the Zoroark know?
It's a ward.
Yeah.
There's also the scene in the game where you follow a Zoroark, it goes off screen, and then N comes out.
Yeah.
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 Let me just take this. Oh, yeah, hello. What's going on? I like that.
I think the theory isn't that like he's always a Zoroark, is that he sometimes is the Zoroark.
Yeah.
What was the theory again? Oh, that Pokemon and humans talk to each other. Yeah, I think that makes sense. In the past, I think that was already established, I guess. Like,
I mean, to be fair, you still have NPCs in the anime that have that communication with their Pokemon. For example, I'm currently watching Pokemon X and Y anime, and Diantha obviously has a Gardevoir, and they have that bond. So if you really want to get into it, you can kind of date it back to like Mega Evolution, because Mega Evolution is not a new thing. It's been around for a while.
you can even use Aura.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
Or is
Aaron and
that connection?
Lucario.
There are plenty of Pokemon who, and in fact, it does tend to be in the animated series older Pokemon that have maybe been around for a while. The Lugia in the second movie, even the Slowking. Like if that's some special Guardian Slowking, perhaps it's been around for a long time. You know. Yeah.
So since a lot of Pokemon are ancestors or are descendants of Mew, right? What if early on, the first few generations of Pokemon did still have like psychic powers and were able to like to telepathically
communicate?
Yeah. I would say a percentage of Pokemon, not all Pokemon, because a Caterpie with that telepathy doesn't sit well with me. But I will say more percentage of Pokemon probably would have that ability.
Yeah.
Also, in the I Choose You movie at the end.
Oh no! Don't. We were having such a lovely.
Well, it goes back to that theory of like the Pokemon having that bond, like again with like Gardevoir and Diantha.
Well, I mean that's like the whole thing of Pokemon is that if a human, like there's something about the recipe of a human and a Pokemon, if they bring out the best in each other, Pokemon can mega evolve or use Z moves, and they can be felt by people, and people can sort of communicate with their Pokemon. I think Annabelle does it telepathically, communicates with her Pokemon, and there's this idea that like while Pokemon don't tend to be evolved, but under the care of a trainer, they can evolve, and so they can become their better selves. And so there's something about the Pokemon world just sort of generally implies that people and Pokemon are meant to work together, which is why it's so fascinating that in Legends Arceus, Pokemon appear as, especially the bit more evolved ones, appear as adversarial towards humans.
More hostile, yeah, like they're actual beasts in the wild. So
Yes.
something clearly had to happen for Pokemon to be a little bit more accustomed to humans.
That's
And I think Arceus will solve that question.
I think Arceus is the problem. I think Arceus is mad at people, and I think that's what's happening. But that's just my
Time
Arceus
Sorcerer.
has had enough.
Time Sorcerer said that it's like the Tower of Babel, like how humans used to just have the same language and then now they don't.
Yeah, it's all been
I
lost.
think it's when it comes to like the closer you get, if someone's super close to their Pokemon, they can communicate them. I think that's pretty inconsistent because Ash's Greninja, instead of being able to talk to him, gets a whole different form.
Yes.
Like its own form that's specific to Ash. And I feel like at that point, if Ash isn't talking to his Greninja, then...
And it's really funny because Pikachu's just like, dude, I'm right here.
It's right here. Yeah.
What are you
I
doing?
think it's
I mean,
sort of
Pikachu
blonde.
refused to evolve anyway,
That is
so...
true.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe Pikachu would have an Ash form by now if it had just evolved into a Raichu.
Yeah.
Maybe Gorochu is going to come in Gen 10, and that's when Ash's Pikachu
That's it.
evolves.
By the way, we've just had a $10 donation. It was actually a little while ago from Campy, who caught an Elekid. There was no comment, but thank you so much. You've actually just put us just $130, not even that, $129.10 away from hitting $2,000. We've got 9 minutes left of this segment. It would be amazing if anyone has anything to give to Direct Relief. It is a fantastic, fantastic cause. The first session ended at $1,000. Let's see if we can't end at $2,000 in just 9 minutes time. So if you've got something to give, and now is the perfect time to swap over to the final segment. Who's the daddy? And if you have a suggestion for who is the daddy, as in Ash Ketchum's long-lost father, then now's the time to let us know with your donation. Suggest a name, and we're going to relatively quick-fire go through the candidates. So does anyone have a candidate that they would like to start with?
Or
Yes.
Super Toby.
Ah! I was not expecting this.
State your case.
Okay, so Toby, you've done a video on that.
I've done a couple of videos on it, but yeah.
And you said that the character Silver in the anime, the reason why he can't be Ash's dad is because he has different color hair and eyes to Ash, which, in my opinion, is not a legitimate argument because I have an aunt and uncle who both have brown hair and brown eyes, and their 3 sons are blonde with blue eyes. Wow. So I think the argument of hair and eyes is,
Okay.
There are people in the anime with green hair, okay? Hair color, I think, has nothing to do with it. So
fair enough. For anyone who's confused, we're not talking about Silver, the rival from Gen 2. We're talking about Silver, the character from Pokemon Chronicles, who shows up with a Chikorita on their shoulder, just like Ash carries around Pikachu, and that Silver, when they meet Richie, who looks like Ash, so it's weird that they didn't go, you look like my son. But, Richie mentions Ash Ketchum, and then Silver goes, Ash?
Yeah.
Oh, what's this about? But we don't learn anything else.
I think Silver is arguably one of the most likely in terms compared to other characters, compared to Meowth, for example.
I think so. I actually asked Veronica Taylor, the voice actress for Ash, at a convention. I got the chance to meet her. She was doing a Q&A panel, and I did ask the question. I've got recorded footage of who is Ash Ketchum's dad. Did you ever kind of consider that? And they immediately turned to Mr. Mime. They just said, she's always home with Mr. Mime. And I just thought,
oh,
I mean,
you're the voice actress and you're saying it? That's the joke answer.
If I was a voice actor on a really big show and someone asked me, a question they've always wanted, I would give them a troll answer as well. If we're going to be real.
That's you.
We've had a big donation in Glitch. You want to read that one?
Oh, yep. Oh my girl. I'm about to march on over there. A $50 dono from my lovely girlfriend, Agent V. I'm a Pepega when it comes to theories, but I'm not at all to give me to good cause. And you caught a mammal swine. That is one of her favorite Pokemon.
Mammoth swine for a mammoth donation.
Mammoth swine's coming to Unite soon, so it was meant to be.
Yo, we have 6 minutes left and just $80 to go until we hit that $2,000. I think we can do it in the next 6 minutes. If you'd like us to consider someone for the Ash Ketchum's dad position.
Does anyone have a better candidate than Silver?
I don't, but I think if we can solve who Red's dad is, that would most likely be also Ash's dad. Maybe we can think of other people.
Well, some people like to cross canons and say that Red isn't there. I don't think there's enough evidence in the games, is my problem. Like, I don't think that in the games have anything. Like, I think even up till, other than Norman, although actually someone did suggest, sorry, with the donation earlier, I should have said Norman is Ash's dad, and he moved to Hoenn when he found out about his second family to protect his reputation.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Norman actually moved over from the Johto region, so I don't think that's very likely. That is a fact.
But
that
then
is
again,
law.
Johto is connected to Kanto. So, and also, side note, Norman is not the best dad, but I will entertain the idea. Just, you know, like Johto and Kanto are connected.
It's possible.
And Norman is not the best human being in the whole world.
Thank you
So
so
I
much.
could see him abandoning Dahlia. Is that Ash's mom's name?
Yeah.
I could
Dahlia
see him
Ketchum.
abandoning Dahlia and doing his thing in Johto,
Cordelia?
and then
A huge thank you.
oh,
By the way, $50 from Sharon. This is my first Pokéthon. I love watching the vids on YouTube. Love you guys hanging out for a great cause. Keep up the good work. And you got a shiny Copperaja. Congratulations
Shiny,
and
wow.
well deserved.
Nice.
that's like
$30. Someone, anyone. We've got 4 minutes left. I don't think there's enough evidence in the games.
I should say that Ash's mum was also a teen when she had Ash, because her age was confirmed to be in her 20s currently.
Ah, okay.
Question.
Norman's a bother.
You know how you get the Ash Greninja in the demo of Sun and Moon? Did
Yeah.
you get that from your father in the game?
I don't know. I can't remember. $14.10 from Maker Machine. That's 90 cents was bothering me, much like the idea that Lysander is Ash's dad.
Whoa!
What?
Oh, that's really out there.
If
Lysander?
Lysander is the father, F in the chat.
Can you imagine though? Because I like the whole idea that Giovanni is the dad, like the idea of a villain being the father character. It's like it's always fun to play with, but the idea that they do it 6 generations later and be like Dahlia's just like watching the news and oh my
Yeah.
goodness, it's him.
Toby, I just remembered in your video, didn't you say that Bruno?
That's
was
why
his dad?
Bruno is the image
Yeah.
for who's the daddy. Yeah.
Really?
S-
Visually, he's the most
hey!
likely, yeah.
Sorry, just quickly, we've just passed the $2,000 mark with just 3 minutes to go. Let's go from Volusian. I hope I'm saying that right. And you got a shiny Electivire. What a cool catch.
Nice.
Thank you for the
What a
$50 dono. Thank you so much for donating to Direct Relief. It's really going to mean a lot to a lot of people, and this is great. Yeah, I mean, I won't go through the whole theory now of Bruno. I just thought there's a thing in the anime where they animate Dahlia in for one line when Bruno, in the episode Bruno shows up in, where she goes, "Oh, I know where Bruno is." It's like, why would you know where Bruno is? And then she's like, and obviously Bruno is the first shot in the anime, is the TV with Bruno, and that inspires Ash to go out. And then on top of that, when they meet Bruno, his personality is like that with Ash, and genetically, they shared a few traits, and I was like, Silver's rubbish. Let's go with Bruno. This is the theory.
I do think Bruno is the best one, personally.
Out of all of them, I think Bruno's. I think no one has mentioned it, but back in Pokemon the third movie, Molly's dad, it's a very, very old theory, and I think it's actually been debunked. But I still think towards that whenever someone asks, is that Ash's dad?
There's a weird thing with like Molly's dad and Delia where I don't know why it just sort of feels implied that they like used to date or something.
Yeah, but like, was there a mention of Molly's mother in the game?
Molly's mother.
In the
think
show, in
once.
the movie?
She appears, I think,
think once.
in the credits, right?
It would be weird it'd be relatively weird if Delia's relationship with the father was back while he's like married to
Interesting.
another person. But like that's possible.
Interesting. We've also just had, I think, a final donation. Not a final donation. Anyone's welcome at any time. But a $55 donation from Cyan. Don't usually socialize, considering that I've seen a beautiful group of people and beautiful cause that it's going to. It's far deserving of. Love you guys. Keep up the amazing work. And you caught an Inteleon. Congratulations, you're on Inteleon. And I think at that, I don't know how we hand over to the next section. Also, Battle Room, thank you for the party raid of 56. Thank you to everyone who's raided and donated so far. Do not go anywhere, because the donations continue going. Direct Relief, we're going to be doing stuff all weekend for the next couple hours. For the next like 10 hours, isn't it? Something wonderfully big. And then, after that, we've got the next 2 days as well. And Glitch, you're doing something next, right?
I am doing some music, so stick around for some lo-fi, because it's about to enter lo-fi season for the year.
Oh, nice.
Very exciting. Well, I'll be sticking around and listening to that. Thank you, everyone. $2,090 so far and counting. Let's keep on going and raising money for Direct Relief. And guys, thank you for joining me for Theory Jam. Don't forget to check all these guys out, obviously, on their various socials. And with that, Soar High Pokemon Masters. Stay tuned. And I don't know what I'm doing next.